The Shift is brought to you by SE Healthcare. Welcome to The Shift. I'm Dr. Andrea Coyle. Hey, Shifties, welcome back to the next episode of the Shift podcast. I am thrilled today and honored to bring an incredible nurse and an incredible Daisy coordinator, Ariel Gibbs. I'm going to have Ariel introduce herself, and then we're just going to talk about how the Daisy Foundation's made a difference at Tanner Health. So I'm going to kick it off to you, Ariel. Give the Shifties an introduction, and then we'll roll into some fun questions.
Okay. And thank you again, Andrea, for inviting me. I appreciate it. So like Andrea said, my name's Ariel Gibbs. I am from Tanner Health System, which is a smaller health system about an hour southwest of Atlanta. I have been a nurse for 10 years now. I've been at Tanner all 10 years. I've got a little bit of a cardiac background. I've done nursing supervisor, nurse manager, and then in my newest role, I do nursing professional practice. So all the shared governance, peer review things, but also I get the pleasure of being the Daisy coordinator for the healthcare system, which is probably my favorite part of my job.
I love it. So you say it's the favorite part of your job. Ariel, tell the Shifties, why is it the most favorite part of your job?
I think really, I'm the only person that gets to actually read all the nominations. And I think it's because it reminds me of why I love nursing so much. For a lot of these stories, they're things that as a nurse we do every single day. And sometimes nursing is a thankless job. And so some of these stories are like, man, we do that every single day. And for us, it's nothing because that's our job. That's what we do. And so when you step back and you look at these stories and you get it from like a patient perspective or even like another team member, and you're like, man, like that little thing I didn't even think made a difference, but it does. So that's my favorite part of my job is getting to recognize our nurses and just how exceptional they are and getting to continuously remind them of that, and encourage them to do their best in taking care of our patients every single day.
So, Ariel, here's my question. Do you attend every single Daisy Award presentation?
I do. So we at Tanner give our Daisy Awards away quarterly. So we do about 8 every single quarter. And I do actually attend every single one. We also have our CNO that attends every single one. And then we have some of the directors and department leaders specific to those areas that are also present. But we also try to make them fun. And so we will actually contact the people that have nominated them, invite them if they would like to come back. So we've had some that they've been not, the people that have nominated have showed up and immediately the nurse is like, oh my God, it's me, because they recognize the family. We've also had some of the managers call in that nurse's family. And so the family's there and they get to see their loved one, mom, whoever, dad, whoever it is, get the award. So we've had a lot of fun with it and they keep, taking it a step up. The last one, they actually threw a pizza party right afterwards. So we keep trying to do fun things with it and make it exciting, and just special for all of our nurses.
That's awesome. And you and I had spoke, Ariel, and when I was the Professional Excellence in Magnet Program Director, Daisy was under my purview. And I feel like I attended so many Daisy celebrations and presentations. And the ones that were so amazing were the ones when someone from the nurse's family came, as well as the patient. And one time we circled around the nurse's station and had a patient call in, and he was on speakerphone for the whole thing. And it was extra special. So I, first of all, want to extend a huge thank you to you for making the Daisy Award even more special than it already is. And I promise you, Mark and Bonnie are watching this, and it makes them really proud to know that there are so many people like you on the Daisy team that are spreading its mission and vision literally across the globe. That being said, tell me a couple of things that you do at Banner Health that helps spread the mission and vision.
So some of the things that we do, in coordinates with our Daisy Award is we have the people pillar. And so that's one of our service that we're like, okay, how do we best take care of our people? And I feel like Daisy aligns with this so well. And when you look at it too, our nurses are getting recognitions from those patients and also from their team members. So it's, when you have a team member nominate you, just that culture, of nurses supporting nurses. So it's been good both ways. And a lot of the little things we like to do that help support that is, we do go all out for our honorees, of course, but we also send out nominee cards and pins to all the nominees, just so they can see, hey, like this is something great that somebody wrote about me. And we gave them little cards that way they could keep up with them. That way they can say, hey, look at all these 5 times I was nominated for Daisy Awards. And I've actually had a few staff reach out in the last week and they're like, I know somebody nominated me. Where's my card? So they get really excited about it, and look forward to it.
The Shift is brought to you by SE Healthcare. Is burnout costing your organization its best nurses? How do you know? SE Healthcare can help. Our evidence-based approach helps nurse leaders boost retention, enhance job satisfaction, and bring joy back into our great profession. In addition, it helps elevate quality patient care, because when the people taking care of the people are at their best, patients get the care they deserve. We can reduce burnout by an impressive 50%. Are you ready to uncover burnout's impact on your team? Visit sehealthcaresolutions.com, The Shift, for your free assessment today. That's amazing, and you're doing such a great job. Ariel, would you be willing to share one of your most touching tear jerk? I mean, I remember when I used to read them, they really make you cry. And so would you be willing to share one of them?
I will, and I will try not to cry. I will say that this one, when I had to type it up to send out for like blind voting, I cried. So I made somebody else read it when we did the honoree ceremony because I was like, I don't know if I can do it. So,
you did them dirty, girl. You did them dirty.
Yeah, I did. I was like, somebody else is gonna have to read this because I don't know if I can make it. Okay, so Sam came to the med-surg floor a few years ago as a new nurse. I have watched her grow so much, and I'm continuously amazed at the compassion and empathy she shows her patients. Recently, she was caring for a patient who at a young age was battling cancer. Her son was set to graduate high school in just a few short weeks. During his time, the patient continued to rapidly decline, but refused to transition to hospice care because she promised her son that she would be there to watch him graduate. However, the patient continued to decline and was unable to make medical decisions any longer. The family decided to transition to hospice. Sam, being every bit of amazing, refused to let the patient die without seeing her son graduate. So Sam amazed for her son, or arranged for her son to graduate early with his cap and gown. This young man walked down our hall and into his mom's room while the staff cheered for him. Waiting in the room was the principal and family, and he officially graduated in front of his mom. It was a moment that not only the family will treasure, but us as coworkers as well. Sam is more than amazing. She is truly extraordinary. Whew. Told you.
That's a tough one.
It was a good one.
And it just makes me so proud to be in this profession. Woo!
And again, like we see this all the time, we've thrown weddings, like, all these extraordinary things, but then like some of them are truly just everyday things that you wouldn't think about. I'm going to share this other little, I'm not going to read the whole story, but I do want to share another one. We had a nurse that the patient's son was, I think he was in the military. And he was trying to get back from overseas because grandma's not doing well. And so the mom in the room was very anxious about the whole situation. And the nurse actually looked up the son's flight on her phone and was keeping track of it so she could tell her, hey, like, the flight's landed, he's good. And so that was also a really beautiful one. So I just wanted to mention that one as well, because that was another like tearjerker that got me.
Okay, we can't, I'm going to start crying, and I don't have you see, I have my Daisy Award in the back. I don't have my tissues with me right now.
Yeah, the tissues.
You know what I think about the whole time, Ariel, when you read those is how, wow, nurses really do go above and beyond. And it's amazing. And we always end the Shift podcast with some nuggets or some takeaways. And as I listen to you read those two incredible nominations, there's a couple things that come to mind. I'm going to add a couple, and I'd like for you to add one or two. But one thing that comes to mind for me is, man, nurses make the impossible possible, and nurses touch the lives of not just patients, but the important people in the patient's lives. And I think that's kind of, when you know the whole story behind Patrick Barnes and the Daisy Foundation, the nurses made such a profound impact on Mark and Bonnie and Tina. And now it's made such a profound difference on people all over the world. It's pretty incredible. So the power of going above and beyond transcends borders.
It really does. And that's one thing I think when I read a lot of these is just the resiliency, because we just started the Daisy Award last year. Our new CNO had brought this in from a facility that she was used to having the Daisy Award. And for our healthcare system, we did not have any formalized way for patients to nominate people or recognize nurses. So it was at a very much needed time after COVID, where like all of our recognition and everything just kind of got thrown out. But it just reminds you of the resiliency of nursing. Like, there's still people going above and beyond that love this profession, even after, the few tough years of COVID. So
well said. And I think the last message I'm going to send and share with the Shifties is meaningful recognition. First of all, is evidence-based. It's one of the 6 principles of the AACN's healthy work environment. That's important for everyone to know. And I think it's just important to know that our profession, everything about it's meaningful, and I'm proud to be in this profession. I want to thank you, Ariel. I have to tell you, I don't know if y'all have the Leader Award, but you certainly are a Daisy Nurse Leader.
well, thank you, Andrea.
So I don't know if do you have that award yet, or
We do actually. So we've done the Extraordinary Nurse Award for the last year, and actually we awarded the Nurse Leader and the Student Nurse Award for the first time this May. We actually had a luncheon to kind of celebrate our first year with the Daisy Award. And Tina actually doesn't live very far from us, so Tina actually got to come and help award those for the first time. So it was kind of special.
Well, I'm jockeying for you to be the next nurse leader at Tanner Health, because you're doing a great job. And we end every shift by saying, Shifties, your shift makes the difference. Enjoying the shift? Help us reach more nurse leaders by rating and reviewing us on your podcast app. It takes just a minute, but makes a big impact. Search for The Shift, tap those stars, and share what you love. Your feedback shapes our future episodes and helps others discover us. Remember, rate, review, and amplify the shift today.